Hello. In this video, we are going to look at the details of the coordinate system. How can we make a new coordinate system? How can we modify a coordinate system? Where are a new coordinate system which is manually made as per your requirement can be used? It can be used in solutions. It can be used in manual mesh control, etc. So let's look at the coordinate system and how can we handle the coordinate system in the ANSYS mechanical. It's not the geometry where we are going to handle the coordinate system or play around with coordinate system. This is where we have already come or imported our model in our workbench, and we are into our setup of the boundary conditions. And then if the need arises to have a new coordinate system, that's where the new coordinate system can be added, modified as per the need. So let's start with it. So here are some of the things which we can do around or play around with the coordinate system. So where are these options available? Let's look at that. So if you go to the quick launch and type coordinate, all the options which are available to you will be listed. So you can click on show all results and all the results will be shown to you. So that's how you can go. If you click on some of the options, so you can click on this, it will directly insert a new coordinate system, or you can click on the take me there option. It will highlight where the coordinate system can be found. So it has highlighted to me over here. So it is much more easier when we want to, when we don't know where the things are. We know that the coordinate system options are available, but where they can be found, they can be easily found where by using such quick launch options. So it is very much helpful for anyone who is new to start with the coordinate systems. Then let's look at where I can apply a new coordinate system or make a new coordinate system. So we can make a new coordinate system by selecting a vertex, an edge. So for an edge, it will take the center of the edge as the origin of the coordinate system. If we select multiple edges like this, then it will take the weighted balance of what the center of point or center of mass will be of those two edges, that is the intersection of edge. Then if we select a face, it will take the center of that face as the origin. If we select the body, it will take the center of that body as the origin of that coordinate system. We can also specify specific coordinates to where the origin should be of the coordinate system. We can also select some nodes and etc. Wherever these things were, for first time when we insert a new coordinate system and select the origin by selecting edge, vertex, or face, body, the orientation of x, y, and z coordinates, which are the three principal coordinates, will be same or will be in coordination with what the global coordinate system was. So we can also modify where the three axes will look. If it has to flip somewhere, if there is some angular distance between the original coordinate system x direction and the new coordinate system x direction, we can also make some changes related to that. So let's look at that kind of options. So if I click on the coordinate system and insert the new coordinate system from there, I can also insert it from here, insert a new coordinate system. So a new coordinate system has been made, but the question mark sign over here shows that the definition of that coordinate system is incomplete. So let's understand what are the options available for us. So it can be Cartesian type or cylindrical type. Then in the coordinate system, it will be program controlled or manual. Then it can be suppressed or it can be active. So that suppress and active options are also available. If I click on a coordinate system which is active right now, so the tick mark which means that it has been completely defined and it is active. If I right click on it and I can okay, the global coordinate system cannot be suppressed. If I right click on the coordinate system, the first coordinate system, then we can have an option to suppress them. In the second coordinate system, let's define it. So we can define it by geometry selection, name selection, or global coordinates. So I can use the geometry selection, click at the face. So let's click this face, and I have selected the face and I have applied it. So the center of the face has been selected, and we can see that the x direction or x, y, and z direction of the new coordinate system 2 is matching with the global coordinate system. So that's the basic point. That's the starting point. If we want to modify the coordinate system, go to the coordinate system tab on the top panel, and there are options where we can offset the coordinate system. The same options were available to you where you can see over here in the left panel of the details. So they are frozen right now, but if we select on offset X, the offset for X is taken into account, and I can click 10 over there and press enter, and it has offset in the positive X direction with respect to the global coordinate system in 10 mm. Similarly, I can rotate in Y. So rotate Y means it is going to rotate using the Y axis. So let's rotate Y by 45 degrees. So it has kept the Y axis as it is, and holding the Y axis, it has rotated my new coordinate system with respect to the old coordinate system by plus 45 degrees. So plus 45 degrees, you mean that the using the right hand rule. Then we can flip the Y direction, X direction. So let's flip Z direction. So it has flipped the Z direction. So that's the thing. We can again flip and change it to some different ways. So all such modifications can be made from here. So these were the things. If we want to use the name selection as the definition, then we can also use name selection. And over there, I can also specify my origins of X, Y, and Z by specifying the coordinates. So that's the advantage which we have. Let's look at where the coordinate system, a manual made coordinate system, will be helpful. So remember, coordinate system will have two things. It has the position of origin, that is X, Y, and Z coordinates. And the second is the direction of X, Y, and Z vectors. So we can use it to use wherever we want to specify a point or the location of a point. Otherwise, we can also use the coordinate system to specify the direction in which we want to find some trace or some results, etc. So let's look at the uses. So where can we use it? We can use it to define a scoping method. What does that mean is we can use tracer, and over here we have used global coordinate system. So I can, in the moment, if I use a coordinate geometry selection or coordinate system, then there will be options for me. So if I enter a new force, I have selected this face. Let's select this face. If I select the components, and in there the coordinate system option is available. So now over here I can use the new coordinate system which has been used. So if I have made the calculations of forces as per the new coordinate system, the required coordinate system in which the X is in direction of here and Y direct here and the Z is in direction of his, then as per this I can make the calculations of forces applied on this face, and now using that coordinate system over here I can specify the forces. So that's an advantage. Then we have manual mesh control. So there were options for us where we can apply a sphere of influence. So a sphere of influence can be used. So sphere of influence will use the sphere center as the coordinate system. So that's where the coordinate system will be used. The origin of the coordinate system will be the center of that sphere of influence. Then we can use it for remote boundary conditions. Similarly, remote loads. So as the remote point was used, similarly remote load will be used similarly in the way of scoping method. And remote solution settings, such as in which direction I want to find the stress, etc. So that's how we can use. So let's look at a solution. So if I insert a deformation and directional deformation, so I've taken a directional deformation of that body, and in the X direction I want to find out, but X direction is by default taken as the global coordinate system X direction. I can change that X direction to coordinate system to X direction. So that X direction will be taken into account when it's going to find the direction of deformation. So that's how you can use the coordinate system, the manual coordinate system you have used. So we have covered some important parts: where to use the coordinate system, how to define the coordinate system, some shortcuts to find the coordinate system, etc. there is another website where you can go on the ANSYS page. All the details of the coordinate system are available, but more or less I have covered everything which is required. So thank you.